Instagram filters have ruined everything, and I can't tell if this guy's hot or not. What do you think?
Ooh, Patty, that is a lazy eye.
I think the overall kind of look and kind of aesthetic of the show was something that was incredibly important to both of us. And it was going for a real kind of sense of naturalism and authenticity, but still letting it be beautiful and letting it feel tender and real.
And I think in terms of the tone of the show, we wanted it to feel entertaining and funny, but still soulful and have a kind of emotional intensity to it. And I think finding that balance was a really important part of the pilot because it sets the tone for the rest of the show.
Hi. Benjamin. Yeah. Patrick. I'm sorry I'm late.
That's good. It's only like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The date that Patrick goes on with Benjamin, who's the doctor, I think he represents certainly the type of person that Patrick thinks he should be with. Someone successful, good looking.
I think Patrick is the type of guy who has a strong idea about what his life is supposed to look like, and he's finding, as he's reaching 30, that it's just not panning out that way. The three-way was always intended to happen on the same day that Augustine is moving in with Frank. I think there's some essential conflict in Augustine there that he has to free himself at the same time that he's committing, and he has real commitment issues.
And plus it was also really the first sex scene, I suppose, we're doing in the show, and that was really important for us to get that right. I think we just wanted to be as honest as we could be, really, about it. And for me, what's more interesting is showing kind of gay intimacy rather than gay sex as such, and there is a difference between the two. It's more about the intimacy rather than just the sex.
Who wants to sell condos anyway?
Dom is reaching 40 and he's not done with his life what he thought he was going to do.
And I think it's interesting for his character because most people think you should sort your life out by the age of like 30, but obviously everyone who's 40 knows that that's not always the case. So it was interesting for us to see a character who was a little bit older and still hadn't sorted his life out.
Looking at the map makes you look lost.
Yeah, I guess it does.
One of my favorite scenes in the pilot is the scene with Patrick and Richie on the train. I love the way that chance encounters bring people together and bring those two together. And I love the way that Patrick follows up on it. He comes back to kind of reclaim that chance encounter and see where it leads. So I think that's also an important development in the show and kind of kicks off Patrick's journey, that he's actually going to follow this path that he's not sure where it's going to lead.